are. So I want to start, and we're going to put up a couple vocabulary words, okay? So the first one, which we already talked about a little bit, mammals. So when we read this book, we're going to learn a little bit more about what is a mammal, other than having the hair the same like we talked about. How are mammals the same? Another word we're going to talk about. Habitat. Have you guys heard that word before?
It's like food.
Like what?
Like a food.
Like a food?
Actually, it's a...
We'll have to see.
Actually...
It might mean something a little different, but when we read.
It's actually a home.
Something like a home. Nice. I like that answer. All right. And we're also going to see the word, and I know you guys have seen this one before in here. Carnivore. We talked about it one day when Mr. Haugen was gone, right? So we'll see if we can remember what that word means. And another word we're going to see, omnivore. Okay? And the last word we're going to talk about is predator. All right. So these are the words up on the board that I want you guys to be looking for in the reading, okay? And then we'll talk about what they mean. It's kind of hard to see up here. All right, mammal world. You might wonder if tiny mice, huge whales, and humans have anything in common. They do. They're all mammals. All mammals have hair or fur, are warm-blooded, and have a constant body temperature, and feed their young on milk. Okay, so there's 4 things mammals have in common, right? So we see those. Hair or fur, warm-blooded, constant body temperature, and they feed their young on milk. Okay, so see if you guys can remember that. Ooh, I went too fast. All right, most mammals are born, but the hedgehog-like echidnas, I don't know that word, echidnas, and the duck-billed platypus hatch from eggs. Okay, so that's a little different. And instant food, so just like we talked about, all mammals, they're provided milk, right? So almost all female mammals suckle their young on milk. The milk provides the best balance of fat and protein so that young mammals can grow quickly. And this here says the human species is one of the 4,000 or so types of mammals. So there's 4,000 different types of mammals, and we're one of them. So are humans mammals?
No.
Yes, we are mammals. We're one of the 4,000 types of mammals.
Oh, this is a mammal, guys?
All right. A hippopotamus. Is that a mammal? Yeah, it is.
What about mammoth?
All right. Amazing mammals. Mammals come in all shapes and sizes, but those that look alike belong to the same group or order. That's kind of like that taxonomy stuff that we talked about a little bit. Each order contains different types or species of a mammal. It says there are 21 different mammal orders, and these contain about 4,000 different species. So, a dolphin. What do you guys think? Mammal? Mammal, yes? Mammal, no. What do we think? Let me see thumbs. Thumbs up if it is. Thumbs down. Thumbs up. I like it. Bershie, good job. All right. I want you guys to be listening, right, for our second word here. What word is this? Habitat. Thank you. All right. Mammals can be found almost
Don't look at me, Devin. Look at my boy.
Mammals can be found almost everywhere, from the frozen wastes of the Arctic to the dry heat of a barren desert. Most live on land, but some live in the water. All are well adapted to the surroundings, or the habitat, where they live. So what's a habitat?
It's a type of home.
Where they
Live.
live. That's right, habitat, a home where they live, right? So where does a polar bear live?
In the North Pole.
In the North Pole, so that would be their habitat,
Yeah.
right? A cold place.
Or should I say be Antarctica?
Or Antarctica, that's right. All right, some mammals choose to stay in family groups, making it easier for them to find food and defend themselves. Mammal parents spend longer with their young than other animals. So here's some lions over here, and those are mammals too because they've got fur. That's right, that's one thing, that's one way you can tell they're a mammal. Female lions live in permanent groups called prides and look after each other's cubs. The cubs play fight, which is how they learn to hunt.
No.
Yeah, you have, Josh? A gang of meerkats varies from 5 to 30 members. So that's like their family. They might be living with 30 other people or meerkats. They are very protective of their home or territory and have different roles, such as sentry duty or babysitting. So meerkats babysit just like we do, right? Let's see. Here's some fun facts. How many muscles are in an elephant's trunk? Can you guys see this? 60,000 muscles.
That's a lot.
Just in the elephant's trunk. It's like in his nose. Do you have 60,000 muscles in your nose? No. That's crazy. All right. Here's where some of our other two words are going to come up. Our next two, carnivore and omnivore. So be listening for those. Different diets. What do you prefer? Vegetables, meat, fish, a little bit of everything? Mammals eat all kinds of things. They eat because they need energy, just like a car needs fuel to go. So how many of us in here like to eat meat?
I don't.
You don't like to eat meat?
I like this meat sauce for spaghetti.
But there's meat in there, right?
Yeah.
All right. So keep that in mind. So all of us in here, it looks like, with the exception of one, like to eat meat. So here's a bear up here. And the brown bear, like some others, eat meats and plants, which is, what's this word up here? Sean, can you see the word?
Omnivore.
Omnivore, that's right. So if an animal likes meat and plants, they're an omnivore. But some animals, like wolves, only like to eat meat. So that would make them carnivore, that's right. And then there's another word that I didn't put up there because it's not in this reading, but it's a herbivore. Do you guys remember that one?
Never heard.
So let's see if we can figure it out. Carnivore is a meat eater. An omnivore eats meat and plants. What's a herbivore?
I don't know.
What do we think? If an omnivore likes meat and plants, what does a herbivore like?
I don't know.
Only plants.
I'm
Only plants. So those are the three different types of eaters we could be, okay? Alright. That's a good word. I didn't put that up there. Nocturnal. Have you guys heard that word before? Okay, so let's read this sentence again. Just as you are going to sleep, some creatures are waking up. So does that mean the creature is awake while you're sleeping at night? Right? So that would make them a nocturnal animal. They're awake while you're sleeping. Like a raccoon. Did you guys know that? Raccoons are awake when it's dark out. When we like to be asleep in our bed. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so nocturnal mammals often have special features, such as big eyes, so that they can see well in the dark. All right, let's see. When under attack, all mammals have ways of defending themselves. After all, none of them want to be eaten or hurt. Some will turn and run, while others will use unusual methods to put off a predator. A predator. So let's see if we can figure out what that means. When under attack, all mammals have ways of defending themselves. Okay, so somebody's under attack, right? So an animal. After all, none of them want to be eaten. Okay? So who's trying to eat them?
I don't know. Predators?
A predator. Right?
Good job, Joshua.
Nice. So yeah, so a predator is an animal that might be trying to eat another. Lions are a really good example of a predator. And so,
Don't take
because what do
pictures.
lions like to eat?
I will take a picture.
Oh, don't.
Yes, it.
Who knows? What do lions like to eat? You guys ever seen like Discovery Channel? Some fish? Yeah, maybe. They might like to eat fish.
Cats
But when
like
they're
to
out
eat
in the
fish.
jungle, what do they chase after? You ever seen them chasing like a zebra? Right? Yeah, ew, gross. But lions are predators because they'll eat other animals. All right. So, let's do one more here. Many mammals have underground homes or burrows where they have their babies and they hide in them when there's danger. Most leave their burrows to find food or water, but some, like the mole, are true burrowers and rarely leave the earth. So, a mammal, we've seen in all these different pictures, they can live in different places, right? They can live on the land, they can live underwater, they can live in a hole, right? So mammals can live in all different types of places. All right, but since we've gotten through those first few pages, let's talk about what these words mean right here, okay? I want to see how well you guys can remember. So what about mammals? What are those 4 things that mammals all have in common? Who can remember one? What's something that they might all have in common?
No.
What might be on their head or their bodies? What's this stuff? Hair, right? So all mammals either have hair or fur. Okay?
Yeah. If it has
What's
hair
that?
on his yes.
What's another thing that all mammals have in common? You guys remember?
Something?
Yes, they do have something in common. What's something about their blood? You guys remember?
They have cells.
Well, yes, you're absolutely right, Josh. They have cells in their blood. So, but is their blood warm or cold? Do you guys remember?
I have to say warm.
Warm, absolutely. So
Or
they're
can
all
be cold.
warm-blooded.
Not if they're a mammal, though.
Oh,
It would be a
microphone.
reptile. It could be a...
Yep.
Okay.
6 minutes. You're doing awesome, Josh. Then you're going to get that. All right. And there's 2 more things about mammals. What do they like to drink when they're babies?
Milk.
Milk. Awesome. Nice job. You were paying attention. And what did I just talk about? Babies, right? So they all have live young. Because we're not born out of eggs, right? We don't hatch from an egg when we're little. Right? That'd be kind of silly, wouldn't it?
I say birds does.
Birds do, but do people?
No.
No. People don't hatch from eggs. All right, what's a habitat? Griffin, do you remember what a habitat is? For a polar bear, it might be somewhere cold. For a lion, it might be somewhere hot or a jungle. What do you think a habitat is?
It's a home for like animals.
You don't know? All right, I heard
It's a
Josh
home
maybe
for
say it.
living things.
A home. That's right.
So they can live.
Okay, Griffin. So a habitat is like a home. It's where an animal lives or where we live. It's our habitat. Okay. All right. What about these 2 words? Sharon, do you remember what a carnivore is?
Something that eats meat.
Something that eats meat. That's right. They're meat eaters. And what about the omnivore?
Does it eat
Leaves
leaves?
and
Okay.
meat. That's right. An omnivore eats both plants and meat.
Write down both.
Yep, I will write down both. Okay? And then we've got one more word that we're going to talk about for today.
It's
What's that last word?
predator.
Predator. That's right. Do you guys remember what that is?
It's an aggressive animal.
An aggressive animal? That's a great word. I like how you said that. What does that animal do?
I don't know. Kills animals.
That's right. It kills kills other animals so it has food, right?
Yeah.
So a predator eats other animals. Nice job, you guys.